You wake up tomorrow and you suddenly find yourself dropped exactly 50,000 years into the past. 50,000 years. In a literal instant, you have absolutely zero modern comforts. There's no smartphone in your pocket. There's no internet to quickly Google a tutorial. You've got no GPS to tell you where to go, and you definitely cannot rely on food delivery to bring you a hot meal. You are completely, utterly on your own.
And honestly, the absolute worst part of your new reality? A giant woolly mammoth is staring at you right now, and it's looking at you like you're, well, today's lunch. So here's the core question we're going to answer today. Are you actually smarter than a caveman? Okay, so here are the rules. You're going to face 5 real-life survival challenges that ancient humans had to solve just to see another day. I want you to keep a mental score as we go along. If you can pass at least 3 of them, you might just survive this prehistoric gauntlet. If not, well, let's just say that mammoth is going to have a really, really great day. Let's get started.
Challenge number 1, the river trap.
Let's set the scene. You've been wandering through the prehistoric wilderness for 3 grueling days. Your legs are exhausted, the sun is just beating down on you, and your throat is painfully dry. You are incredibly thirsty. Suddenly, through the trees, you spot it, a flowing, beautiful river. It's your first critical survival decision. What do? You have 2 options. Option A, you run straight to the water and drink as fast as you can. Or, option B, you stop and look around the area first. Think carefully about this. I'll tell you right now, most modern people choose A. They're thirsty, they see water, they just go for it. But ancient humans? They would almost always choose B.
Yep, the correct answer is B, look around the area first. Give yourself 1 point if you got that right. Why B? Because ancient humans knew a terrifying truth. Rivers didn't just attract thirsty humans, they attracted deadly predators too. Lions, wolves, bears, and other massive hunters constantly waited in ambush near water sources. For a caveman, the immediate danger wasn't actually dying of thirst, it was becoming someone else's dinner while just trying to get a quick drink.
Moving right along, challenge number 2, the mammoth charge. We're really ramping things up now, and the threat is immediate. You've navigated the river safely, but your prehistoric luck has officially run out. Uh-oh. A woolly mammoth suddenly locks eyes with you, lowers its massive tusks, and charges directly toward you. This is a moving mountain of prehistoric muscle, and it is angry. What is your split-second reaction? Here are your options to avoid being trampled. Do you A. Run away as fast as you can in a straight line, B. Try to climb a nearby tree, or C. Run away in a zigzag pattern? Lock in your answer.
And the correct answer is C, zigzag. Add a point to your mental scoreboard if you chose that one. Ancient hunters understood that a mammoth's sheer, massive size made it incredibly difficult for the animal to change direction quickly. Now, they didn't have physics or science textbooks to tell them about momentum. They learned this through raw, terrifying experience. And let's be real, they probably learned it through a few fatal mistakes from their friends. Though, if we're being completely honest, most of us today would probably just freeze for 5 seconds and instantly become prehistoric roadkill.
Hey, speaking of ancient hunters, let's take a quick breather. I want you to picture 2 cavemen sitting around a fire. The first one puffs out his chest and says, "I hunted a giant mammoth all by myself today." The second caveman looks at him, raises an eyebrow, and asks, "Really? Can you prove it?" The first caveman just shrugs and replies, "Trust me, bro." And just like that, the world's very first fake influencer was born. Okay, back to business. Challenge number 3. Night is coming. So we're shifting gears from avoiding active predators to surviving the brutal elements. Imagine you've had a pretty successful day. You've gathered some food, you have fresh water, but you look up and the sun is setting incredibly fast. Darkness is creeping in. What is the very first thing you need to do? You've got 3 choices for your evening routine. A. Eat that dinner you gathered. B. Build a shelter. Or C. Take a well-deserved nap. In the modern world, we'd probably eat dinner and take a nap on the couch. But ancient humans operated entirely differently.
The correct answer is B, build a shelter. Give yourself a point. Ancient humans knew that survival always came before comfort. Nighttime was easily one of the most dangerous parts of the entire day. The moment the sun went down, temperatures dropped drastically, and nocturnal predators became highly active. Having no shelter meant facing a very long, freezing, and potentially fatal night, assuming you even survived until morning.
Now, earlier I mentioned a secret about ancient humans that might make you a little jealous later on. We're getting close to that. But first, here is challenge number 4, fire or freeze. It's freezing cold out. You don't have a lighter. You don't have modern matches. You literally only have 2 rocks. I want you to be totally honest with yourself right now. Could you actually start a fire from scratch? Yeah, most modern people simply couldn't.
And honestly, this brilliantly illustrates just how incredible our ancestors were. Ancient humans learned how to create and control fire thousands of years ago, and that single skill changed human history completely. I mean, think about it. Fire provided essential warmth in freezing climates. It offered unparalleled protection to scare off predators. It allowed them to cook food, which unlocked way more calories and nutrients. And it provided extra hours of light after sunset, extending their day. If you honestly know how to start a friction or spark fire, give yourself a point. Without this breakthrough, human history might look entirely different.
It really makes you think about what we consider essential skills today. Imagine bringing a caveman into the modern world and handing him a smartphone. He'd probably stare at it for 5 minutes, tap the screen a few times, and ask, okay, but where do I hunt mammoths with this thing? Then you'd open up social media and show him people filming themselves doing trendy dances in their kitchens. He'd look at you totally confused and say, so this is what humans do instead of surviving now? Honestly, he's got a valid point.
And finally, challenge number 5, the final choice.
All right, this is the ultimate deciding test of your prehistoric survival instincts. You're given a choice between 2 items. Item 1 is a giant, hot, delicious cheeseburger. Item 2 is a primitive fire starting kit. Which one do you take? Ask people today and a surprising number will actually choose the burger because they crave that immediate comfort and gratification. But ancient humans would undoubtedly choose the fire starter. Why? Because the cheeseburger feeds you for exactly 1 meal. But fire? A fire starting kit provides warmth, continuous protection, the ability to cook future meals, and ultimately, it keeps you alive for weeks. They were absolute masters of prioritizing long-term survival over short-term comfort. Did you pick the fire kit?
Now remember that secret I promised you? Well, here it is. We often think of being a caveman as a terrible primitive existence, but ancient humans walked miles every single day. They climbed, they ran, they hunted, they gathered food, and they built their own shelters entirely by hand. Their entire lifestyle naturally required so much physical exertion that it kept them incredibly active and fit. There were no gym memberships, no fitness apps, no step counters, and definitely no workout influencers. Just survival. Ironically, the people we so quickly label as primitive were far more capable and physically resilient than most of us sitting at our desks today.
So, let's tally it all up and calculate your final score. If you scored 0 to 1, I have bad news for you. You are officially Mammoth Food. If you scored 2 to 3, you're a lucky survivor. You scraped by, but you might want to brush up on those outdoor skills. And if you scored 4 or 5, congratulations! You could probably lead your very own caveman tribe.
So what was your survival score? I want you to drop it in the comments below. And hey, be honest, because remember, unlike our ancient ancestors trying to outrun predators in the freezing cold, you actually have the luxury of using the internet to fact-check your answers. It leaves you with a really fascinating question to ponder today. As our technology continues to rapidly advance, are we truly becoming smarter, or have we just traded our most vital, life-saving survival skills for everyday convenience? Thanks for joining me.